All right, good.
I'm good. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, it's good to be here. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Always appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry about the cough. I've just been coughing like crazy the past few days. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But
it's
yeah,
not contagious online.
And Graham, I'm glad that you could be a co-host.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad.
Co-host with SJ, the dumpster fire.
I see you, Graham.
Yeah, you likewise, Baz.
Well, I'm going to throw out the first question at you, Baz.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose the band name Massive Wagons, and also, how did you come up with it?
Oh my god, the dreaded question. Well, being quite honest with you, it was when we started. It wasn't really a serious band. It was just it's just ridiculous. It was a group of mates playing cover songs, really. And some of the other guys in the band at the time had never played a gig before. It was just honestly, it was just a kind of mess around kind of thing. And we didn't have a name, and we got a gig at a local bar, and we didn't have a name, and they wanted a name, so we named ourselves affectionately after a local barmaid. I'm sure you can use your imagination as to what Massive Wagons means. But yeah, that.
Oh yeah.
It kind of stuck, really. And then after a while, it kind of just become, as most bands' names do, they kind of don't mean anything, do they? They just become what they are, you know. And then it was too late to get rid of it, so we kind of stuck with it, really, as ridiculous as it is. But yeah, that's what it means, yeah. She didn't mind. She was great. She thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, when I heard the name Massive Wagons, the first thing that came to my mind was a big, huge woman's ass. Like the whole world.
Job done. That's good.
Because I totally misheard the thing. I thought I heard ass of wagons, but no, it's Massive Wagons. So.
We've probably been called that before, to be honest. We've been called worse.
Yeah, not trying to poke too much fun about the band name, but then again, I've heard a lot worse band names, like Limp Bizkit, for an example. Rhino's favorite band.
Well, they did all right with that name, didn't they? So
yeah, Al drew First Blood.
Rhino wants to make sweet, passionate love to Fred Durst all night long.
Oh dear, funny.
Yeah, that's his future husband.
He's getting a rough time, isn't he? You're giving him some stick.
Yeah, right.
Fred Durst is my uncle, not by blood. I adopted him.
Nah, he's your fiance. Get it right, buddy. Sign up. I'm telling you. Yeah. My next question for you would be, how did you meet your band members?
Well, we all come from the same little tiny sort of village in the UK, and I was friends with a couple of the guys from kind of school, and I left the village because I joined the Air Force, and I did that for a few years, and then came home and had nothing to do, and just kind of reconnected with the other guys. Really, I'd known them. They were friends of friends, if you like, and they'd all been playing music together, and our guitar player Adam had been teaching the original guitar player how to play guitar, and the drummer was learning, and the bass player was learning. So they were just jamming covers, and they didn't have a singer. So I'd always fancied myself as a bit of a singer, although I'd never done it before. So I was like, well, I'll have a go. You know, if it's shit, just tell me. You know, I'm not bothered. So I thought I'll have a go, and here we are. It was all right. I thought I did okay, and they said that it was all right. So yeah, it just kind of went from there, really. Yeah, it was good. We used to play covers, you know, AC/DC, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, all that kind of generic kind of stuff back in the day, you know. But yeah, it was good fun, loads of fun.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see what Rhino's got for you today, and then we're going to throw it over to Graham.
All right, I'm going to start off with a curveball.
Go for it.
If you could sacrifice Lars to bring back Cliff, would you do it?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's had plenty of time on the planet, old Lars, hasn't he? Cliff was taken before his time. I think if we could Lars could give up a bit of his time, so Cliff could enjoy himself on planet Earth again for a bit longer. I think if he didn't have any choice in the matter, he's fucked, isn't he? Because we're going to get rid of him, aren't we? So, yeah, why not? Definitely.
All right, next one. Again, just totally different. Doesn't have to be musically related. What advice do you give to your 10-year-old self?
Damn it.
10-year-old self. You're not going to die, are you?
I hope not.
Good.
If you die on camera, it will get more views.
The views will go through the
Yeah.
roof.
Well, who's going to upload the video? There won't be
Oh.
any.
Okay, don't die till you send me the videos.
I'm trying.
Oh dear. Well, 10-year-old me. Bloody. What would I tell 10-year-old me? Fuck, you know. Oh. Stick up for yourself a bit more, probably. I was tiny when I was at school. I've always looked about half my age, and I always got picked on at school. So I'd probably tell myself to fucking stand up for myself a bit more. Looking back, really, yeah, probably something like that. But
I'm with you there because, I don't know to kilograms, but 10th grade I wrestled at 103 pounds.
there you go. Get a big stick.
How about we turn it over to the gram while Al dies?
Okay.
I'll be looking down at you guys from heaven.
They said that I write down a lot of questions. I totally didn't. Oh my gosh.
You're right, take your time. Rush. There's no rush.
Yeah. It's okay. It's all kind of new to me doing all this. I'll tell you what, though, Baz, I actually went to see you two. You guys at O2. Bloody hot in that bloody hot in there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, in Birmingham, you mean?
Yeah, that's a good night. Really good night that was.
It was rammed, was that, wasn't it? There was too many people in, really. I think maybe or there's some people couldn't get in. It was absolutely boiling hot, wasn't it? Yeah. It was
my God, yeah. Now, you mentioned about somebody leaving early. Was that at another gig or?
Oh, we wrote a song. we wrote a song off on the House of Noise album called what was it called? Alice Screw? No, is it Alice Screw? Yeah. I think so. About somebody leaving a gig early. Yeah. We played in Dover years ago.
Yeah.
The first time we'd ever played there, and halfway through the gig, for some reason, I clocked this fella.
Yeah.
He just put his hat on and he just left, and for some reason he just stuck with me. And I was thinking, why is he leaving? Where are you going? And I couldn't fathom out why he would leave. The only reason, he was either catching a bus or he thought we were shit. So either or. I thought, I'm gonna write a song about it. So yeah.
Right. Honestly, it was a great night. It was a really good night, man.
Yeah, Birmingham.
It was the Virgin Marys, weren't it? It was your support band, if I remember rightly.
That's right. Yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah, they're brilliant, aren't they? They had a bit of time off. They got to quite a level. I think they went to America. They might have played with Slash a few times, I think, and did some really good tours and stuff. We're big fans of theirs, and they sort of went away for a while. They had a lineup change, and then we wanted, they come back, so we had them on that tour, and things are taking off for them again. It's really good.
Yeah, they're in Europe at the minute. If I remember right, they're actually in Europe at the minute.
Yeah, it's just Sisters of Mercy. That's who they're out with. Yeah, quite a long.
Oh yeah.
Quite a long tour, quite a grueling tour. I think they're sleeping in the van and all that rubbish. Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
No, not for me, that, I'm afraid.
No way.
Fuck that, no way. Not anymore.
Well, whenever you say went to America, I just wonder if they were found alive.
Yeah, I'm sure they played in America. Yeah, I don't know. We've never been to America like that, but sure they did, yeah. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I could see you guys.
Not yet.
Oh, you're still alive. That's good.
What's that?
They see you're still alive. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not dead. You're still with us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good.
I didn't know who you were talking about. I'm like, wait, who?
Oh, sorry, Al. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It just sucks because I got all this congestion in my head, and I'm just like, so I had to mute my microphone just so I could actually, cough it out a little bit. But let me ask you this question, Baz. Do you guys have any pre-show rituals? Like what you like to do before you go on stage?
Not really, no. You do not really, to be honest. You do sort of. We have a playlist of songs, 4 or 5 songs before we go on. So when you're backstage or whatever in a dressing room, you sort of hear them start, and then when they start, you start to get in the. You do get in as corny as it sounds. You do get in like the zone, if you like. You get in that headspace, and then you just go through the same routine, putting your in-ear monitors in, and there's no high fives or anything. We don't touch knobs or anything or anything like that, or say anything stupid. But no, yeah, you just get ready, get psyched up, and on you go. It's good. It's a good feeling. It's good. It's a good atmosphere when you go on stage. You get excited and that, and everyone, you can hear the people, and it's good. Yeah, I love it. But there's no sort of no rituals or anything. I'm afraid. Sorry to disappoint you.
So no high fives and no fist bumps, and no ass slaps or anything like that.
No bloodlust.
No, none of that. No. I might try an ass slap. I might ass slap Bowser before we go on stage on this next tour. So I'll let you know how it goes. If he punches me in the teeth, I'll tell you.
I'm dying to find out over here as I'm literally coughing my brains out.
I'll slap him on his ass and let you know how it goes.
Doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. What would you say was your least favorite moment while performing?
Least favorite moment? Well, it's never nice. It's never nice when you've been singing a lot of nights and your voice, you're struggling with your voice. Ironically, struggling with my voice there. When you're struggling with your voice and you're really having to get over it, and you've got nights coming up on a tour, that's never nice. A nice feeling. Stephen once knocked me off the stage. We played a gig, and I was running around, and Stephen elbowed me in the back, right at the right time, and I went flying off the stage and fell down about 4 foot off the front of the stage and landed on a guy with a camera, which was quite embarrassing. Just that really. Yeah, them kind of things. Yeah, I always thought to myself, well, how the hell? You hear about people falling off stage, Dave Grohl and whoever else, people falling off stage, and you think, how the fucking hell do you fall off stage? But I ended up falling off stage, so there you go.
That was a couple weeks ago. Mike from Suicidal Tendencies fell off the stage while singing "You Can't Bring Me Down."
Really?
Got brought down.
Yeah, good. A good moment, yeah.
That's like the perfect song to fall down to, too.
Yeah, isn't it?
Like, hey, you can't bring me down. Next thing you know,
there we go. Apparently you can.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word floored.
Yeah.
Rhino, you got some questions?
Sure, let's talk. And you can throw some names if you want to. Just call out the groupies. I'd say, who's the fan that's been to the most shows? Who's the fan that's been to the most venues to see you?
Oh, well, we have quite a few, to be quite honest with you. We run like a thing called, I think it's American actually. It's called Patreon, and it's like a sign up thing. It's a bit like when COVID happened in the UK. Me and the guitar player lost our jobs, and because I'd only been self-employed for a year at the time in this country, I didn't qualify for any kind of support money, which is which is shit. But anyway, me and the guitar player decided to set up like an online fan club, if you like. Rock bands back in the day had fan clubs and whatnot. And we set up this thing through Patreon called Wagons World. And loads of people signed up, and it took off. It was great. And there's like this real hardcore. We're really lucky we've got a real hardcore fan base. I'd say people have been to the most gigs. We've got somebody called Claire Merritt. She's amazing. She's been to loads of shows, always at gigs, and she runs our fan page, and she's in Patreon, and she's a big part of. It's amazing. There's amazing people that become really close to the band and become a real integral part of what you do, and they don't even realise how important they are to your band. They don't get on stage with you or anything, or go on the road with you, but their input is really valuable. Claire Merritt and Ian Horrobin and all these people, David Jameson. I could go on all night. Really, we've got loads of great fans. Really lucky, Yeah.
And one more, I'll turn it to Graham after this. Okay, you were recording House of Noise, right, when COVID came out. Where were you at with the album, and what did it take to finish it?
But to be honest, all the songs had been recorded.
Good.
They've been recorded in the January, and about a week before we had lockdown in the UK, we filmed the video for the first single, In It Together. So we just got that done, and then a few days later they announced lockdown. And we obviously had a meeting, and we were thinking, what the fuck are we going to do? We had things planned for the road, promo stuff and all this. We thought, well, none of that's going to get done. How do we make any videos for the future singles? I don't know. But then we thought, well, people are going to be stuck at home with nothing to do. They're going to be staring at the computer screens. And probably not a lot of bands are going to be releasing material. So we thought, why not? We'll go for it. So we just went for it, and our backs were against the wall a bit. But it's amazing what you can come up with when you're backed into a corner a bit. We made the videos. We made a Lego video, like a stop motion Lego video, and we made like a green screen video for another single, and it all came out really well, to be honest. Yeah, and then we got in the chat. We got in the charts with it in the top 10, so in the UK, which was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad we did it.
I think it was 2019. I photographed the band. In America, they were from Scotland, and I don't think anyone really knew them. But they put out this cover, Rose of Scotland.
All right.
And because it was during COVID, it went nuts. Like they were buying new cars from downloads.
Fair play, yeah. People stuck at home staring at the computer screens with, nothing to do, ordering things online. It was, people were in a weird position, weren't they? So yeah, you get to people through a computer. It was a good thing to do,
Yeah, two hot Scottish chicks at that. I watch out for the redheads. They're automatically crazy.
Wait a minute. Aren't redheads usually Irish chicks?
Somewhat, and Scottish, and even go back to the goth at some point. Nonetheless, though, let's give it back to Graham.
All righty. Baz, you're saying about a fan base and that. Going back to the gig,
yeah,
I met up with an old school friend of mine. Her name's Joanne Beddoes. She's gone. She's been to all your gigs, but she mentioned that she didn't like Stoke-on-Trent much, pretty much. But yeah, I was absolutely shocked. I thought somebody actually knows me, Yeah. She's unbelievable. So
yeah.
Small world.
It is a small world, yeah. It's great because rock fans, we find particularly at our gigs, if you go, we get a lot of the same people, and it's like a lot of them become friends, and then you recognise people, and everybody says hello. They recognise you from another gig, and then so even if you went on your own, there's always somebody there that a familiar face generally,
That was absolute shock. I thought, God, I ain't seen you for years, because I hadn't seen you for years. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a small world. It is. Well, the rock scene, it's you get into the rock scene, and it is a small place. A lot of the bands play together, and you cross paths with the same people a lot, don't you? So it's, it's good. It's good. It's a nice scene, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I don't go to many gigs, but I thought I've got to go and see you guys. It was just had to be done, really.
Oh, God, yeah. You enjoyed it?
Bloody good night, though. My God.
I'm glad. That's good to hear.
Fantastic night.
Yeah. Ding. That's good. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I enjoyed that tour. That was a good night. That was one of the better ones at Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a shame the stage isn't very big in there. That's the only.
It's just a bit. It was an old. It's an old nightclub, so they just converted it.
We played at KK Steel Mill as well, which is
yeah. I wanted to go to that one. I never got a chance.
Yeah. We did a show with Ugly Kid Joe there.
Oh, I bet that was a good night.
Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely. But we did the whole tour. We did a co-headline tour with them guys around the UK, and the KK Steel Mill was probably the best gig of the tour, to be honest. It's an amazing place. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Probably a really good sized room as well.
It is, yeah. It's great. It's brilliant. He was there as well. Was old KK Downey. He was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Priest. He was there watching. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see him.
Way.
Yeah, what a dude.
Oh, Al,
Yes.
take it over, Cholo.
Okay, pendejo. Anyway,
See,
let's see here, Baz. Say you're on stage and you're performing. What's the weirdest thing that you've seen happen to somebody inside the crowd? Like, have you ever seen any major injuries?
You know, we've played some biker stuff over the years, and there's some interesting dudes, the old bikers. Yeah, they see some. We played a show in France last year or the year before, and it was just a biker do, and there was thousands of them. And there was some pretty serious tear-ups going on in the crowd. You know, there was quite disturbing, really. You know, some quite serious-looking chaps taking care of the serious-looking chaps. It was, but yeah, no, apart from that, really, we're pretty good at our shows. There's not a lot. They're pretty boring, really. There's not a lot weird goes on.
you get flashed.
Have I ever been flashed? You know what? Yes, I have been flashed. We got flashed. Yes, now you mentioned it. We got flashed. Played a festival in Finland, I think it was. Norway, Finland, I don't know, one of the two. And yeah, there was a girl flashed us. Yeah, I think she's absolutely paralytic drunk. She was. Yeah. Yeah. She flashed us. Yeah, now you mention it. Yeah, the one and only time. I think I've been flashed by more dudes than women. To be quite honest with you, which is quite disturbing.
Oh. Ooh. I got flashed by an old lady once. I'm a photographer, and she's talking to me, and I have my cameras, and she's like, "Oh, they call me Flash," and I'm thinking it's something to do with photography. And I was like, "Why?" And she goes, "Well," throws her shirt up, like her tits are like a foot down from where they should be. Like, this isn't good.
What was the name of that song again? You Can't Bring Me Down.
Yeah.
I had to throw that out there. That is pretty funny.
All right, if I can throw one out real quick, I love asking this one. All right, you get to bring one musician back from the dead. In return, you have to sacrifice a modern musician.
Oh,
who's going down and who's coming up?
Who's coming back? Oh my word! Fucking all right, okay. Well, it's got to be for me. It's got to be either Bon Scott or Ronnie James Dio. I would say. I never got to see either of those guys. I know Ronnie James Dio lasted a lot longer than Bon Scott, didn't he? So maybe he had more of a fair crack at the whip than Bon Scott. So maybe I'd bring back Bon Scott. To be honest, yeah, we'll bring him back. And we'll get rid. Who do we get rid of? We've already got rid of Lars, haven't we? We can't get rid of him twice, can we? Or can we? I don't know. Maybe we can get rid of him, fucking bring him back, and then get rid of him again.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of fucking hell. Fire. Who do you want to get rid of? Somebody in the rock world, or anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
Fucking hell. We'll get rid of.
I mean, you can always default to Yoko Ono.
Oh fuck me, we'll get rid of her. No question. We'll get rid of her. No.
She's too easy.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the video on YouTube of it's John Lennon playing with Chuck Berry, and they're playing live, and it's like John Lennon is like absolutely overjoyed getting to play with his hero Chuck Berry, play this song, and Yoko Ono is sat on the floor. And she's there for no reason. And then halfway through the song, she starts going, yeah. And Chuck Berry looks like he's going to pull out a fucking gun and shoot her. His face is a picture. If you can find it, he's hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah,
I wish he was armed that day.
She can go. I can imagine Chuck Berry would have no problem shooting her, to be honest. I don't know who to get rid of, to be honest. Probably somebody like fucking P. Diddy. He gets on my wick. I can't stand him. Get rid of him.
There we go.
Yeah,
I was going to answer that question for you because of the fact that I've thought about this time and time again. Let's bring back Jeff Hanneman from Slayer and get
All
rid
right,
of
yeah.
And also, who's going down? Aaron Lewis from Stained.
You fucking, you've
It's been a while since I had I'm like,
Okay.
come on. That guy fucking sucks, man. Sounds like a whiny emo faggot.
You've been wanting to say
All
that
right,
for a while.
none of
Are you glad you got that off your chest?
Yeah, I had to say it. Sorry. No, sorry, not sorry, as people say.
Brilliant.
We're only human.
I'm adding 10 extra Fred Durst because of that.
Yeah, you can sit on this and twirl.
I'm taking your,
How much time? How much time we have this segment? Take it over, Senior Al.
All righty then. What would you say is your favorite CD of all time?
Oh, fuck yeah. Fire. Bloody hell.
You could name a couple if you want.
All right. Probably, I mean, two biggest albums in my life, probably like legendary albums, would probably be. I remember when I was a kid, I bought Rising from a car boot sale, like a, well, I don't know what you call it in America. Don't they call them car boot sales? Like a jumble sale. People bring their old shit and sell it.
Yeah, like a flea market.
Flea market type thing. Yeah, a Rainbow Rising. I had no idea who they were before I bought it. I only bought it because I like the cover, and I thought they looked like cool guys. And it's one still to this day one of the best rock metal albums of all time, I think. And when I was 11, I got bought Painkiller by Judas Priest on tape cassette, and that was my kind of. I got a personal stereo that year for Christmas as well, and that was like the first time I'd ever been able to like control what I listened to all the time. You know, I could just put my headphones on and then listen to it as loud as I want. And I think I must have played that album till it fell apart. So yeah, Painkiller. I think Painkiller by Judas Priest is probably the greatest metal album of all time, in my opinion.
That's an awesome Judas Priest album. I haven't listened to Painkiller in years. My favorite from them would be Screaming for Vengeance, and also.
All right, yeah. Yeah, well, we were lucky. We got where we recorded the last two albums was at what's it called? Fuck me. The studio where they practice and where they record now is my brain's not working. Who's the guitar player guitar player that stands in now for what's it called? I forget. I can't remember his name. Yeah, his studio anyway. And all their rehearsal stuff's set up. We're big fans of theirs, so it's really, really cool to be able to record there. Like, yeah. Yeah, big Priest fans, man. Yeah, awesome band.
Yeah, Judas Priest will always stand the test of time as one of the best heavy metal bands ever.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
I like them, and I also like Iron Maiden, but at the same time, I think with Bruce Dickinson, he can hold his notes longer.
Mm.
But
yeah.
It seems like Rob can hit the higher notes that Bruce can't.
Yeah. I mean, Bruce Dickinson is like, it's like a freak of nature. The guy just doesn't seem to age. He's like invincible. And to think did he have mouth cancer or throat cancer a few years ago and got over that? That's incredible.
I'm not really certain because I don't read up too much about those guys like I used to.
I think so. I think he did, yeah. About 4 or 5 years ago, he suffered with some sort of cancer in his throat and got over it and back touring and sounds as good as ever. Yeah, amazing. Hard as nails.
Nice. I'll turn it over to Graham.
Okay, talking about favourite albums. My favourite album, undoubtedly, is Jeff Wayne's musical version of Waterworld.
All right, yeah.
I had my sister bought it me when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And it's stuck with me ever since.
It's a classic. I mean? A classic.
Absolute classic.
I remember my dad's got it on vinyl, and I remember him playing it for me when I was a little kid and being blown away by it. And I watched I remember seeing the black and white movie when I was a little kid as well on TV.
Oh,
yeah. And then they made the remake, didn't they, of course? It's a timeless story, isn't it? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've got the original 1953 film on DVD. but I don't, I'm not too good on the remakes, to be honest.
Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
No.
Yeah, I'm more of an originals man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. They're a bit miss remakes of movies, aren't they? They just sometimes they lose their essence. They lose the sort of, I don't know. They lose something, don't they? They become a bit overblown, over the top, and they leave nothing to the imagination. Especially American films, don't they? Sometimes they're a bit like all the Marvel stuff, and I don't know. It's all a bit overboard for me, to be honest.
Yeah. I just prefer the originals, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, but as I say, just they're probably the most greatest album. Also, Eliminated Boys from ZZ Top, huge ZZ Top fan. Absolutely love ZZ Top.
Yeah, they're great, amazing. He came over recently. We nearly got on the support with Billy Gibbons. He came over to the UK. He came over to the UK about how was it, about a few months ago, 4 or 5 months, and he did 3 dates: Birmingham, London, and Brighton, or somewhere, Bournemouth, or somewhere. Just on his, it was him. It was a man out of Guns N' Roses on drums. What's his name? Was it Stephen Adler? And he had, I can't remember who else was playing with him. It was quite a cool little lineup of people, but I don't know how big the show or anything like. It was like his solo stuff. Yeah.
Wow. That were definitely well under the radar. Oh man.
Yeah,
that would have been a really good night.
Okay, here we are with part 2, and we're talking with Baz from Massive Wagons.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because when I was asking Rhino about your band name, I said, "What's the name of this band again?" He says, "Massive Wagons," and I said to myself, "Why was I thinking Dusty Wagons back in like the 1800s?" days. I don't know why. I guess it was because you had dirt roads back in the day or something. Dusty Wagons makes sense to me, but Wagons. Now that I got the clear picture in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that works for me.
Hold on, Al. You still have dirt roads.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's like those are the back roads to get through the country, man. And to evade cops. Well, that's if what people want to do, but don't evade the cop. He's just trying to help you. But anyway, let's not talk about that shit now. Let's talk about beer. What's your favorite to go to beer?
Me? Well, to be honest, I've not had a drink for a while. I knocked it on the head, but I do like. So I'm currently, or albeit might be a bit lame, I'm sort of exploring the world of alcohol-free beer at the moment. It's probably for the best. And I am drinking Guinness. Do you get Guinness in America much? Do you drink much Guinness?
Yeah, we got Guinness over here. That's that stout beer from Ireland.
Oh yeah. Well, when I was drinking it, the Guinness was like, that was up there. That's one of my favourites. Lovely. And this stuff is the alcohol-free stuff, and it tastes exactly the same. It is unbelievable. Only now I can remember what I do from night to night, and I don't smash my house up or do anything else stupid anymore. So, which is good. But I do like ales, ales. I like ales and stuff, real ales, all that sort of cack. I'll drink anything, me, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, I like beer. I love beer. I've never been much of a spirit drinker, to be honest. I like a bit of rum's all right.
Just bump on that one, Baz, because if you drink too much of that Guinness, it's going to turn your poop black.
Too much information.
Well, hey, you got to throw those things out there, Rhino. Think about it. If you're drinking
not really
blue, it's going to turn your poop green. So what else do you want to know? How to make it purple? I have no idea. Just go taste the rainbow somewhere.
Yeah.
In other words, Rhino and Fred Durst know how to taste the rainbow. Rhino, what do you got? You got some questions, bro?
Of course.
You're gonna have to smash.
Let's start with this.
Okay.
What's the weirdest inspiration for one of your songs?
Oh, fucking hell. Well, we went on tour a few years ago with a band, and I'm not going to mention who they are, but their tour manager treated like a piece of shit on the road, and I hated him. So I wrote a song about him, and I called it Asshole. So that's and we get the crowd to spell out the word asshole during the set, which is quite funny. So there's that. Fucking hell, what else? The weirdest inspiration. Fucking hell, I don't know really. I've written a song for the new album about like falling down. I try to avoid social media these days as much as I can, to be honest. But when you're in a band, it's like hard to avoid. You've got to kind of be part of it to like get your shit out there. You know what I mean? But I hate it, and I hate every aspect of it. But we're on that TikTok, which is, I feel fairly embarrassed about being on that. But you can end up falling down some proper weird rabbit holes on TikTok. If you get watching certain videos, your feed ends up all about like fucking Russia and, you know, going to nuke the world, or about, you know, all sorts of weird shit, people getting murdered, and there's some really dark stuff on TikTok. If you end up falling down some certain sort of rabbit holes and stuff. So I wrote a song about that, which is kind of weird. Songs about anything really, as long as I don't write songs about fucking cliche stuff. I've always try and avoid that. I always try and avoid writing like fucking love songs, or songs about women, or songs about all the stuff that's been done a million times. I'd rather write something about something weird or real. You know, I like people to like try and connect with songs. You know, try and write things that people can relate to. You know, I wrote a song called Northern Boy for one of the other albums, which is about being a northerner, you know, which is about living up north in the UK, which probably means nothing to somebody around the globe, but, you know, people up in this part of the country know a lot of things, relate to a lot of the things I sing about, so, you know, it's good. But yeah, I write a song about anything. I wrote a song about conspiracy theories called Robot a few years ago. That was good. Yeah, anything. Throw something at me, I'll try and write a song about it, no worries.
Robot. I don't know anything about that one.
About what?
About what you were just talking about. Did you say robot?
I wrote a song about conspiracy theorists called Robot.
Oh, okay. I wasn't certain as to what you were referring to, so I kind of got a little confused. That's all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. Sorry about the confusion.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, well, there was a guy online. He used to follow our band quite closely. He was a photographer, and he was a real hardcore conspiracy theorist. And I noticed with a lot of conspiracy theorists, they get really, not all of them, of course, a lot of them get angry, and they like to they get angry at people that don't believe what they say. You know, I believe, you know, I can buy into some of it. You know, I can quite believe some of the stuff is quite believable, but the really extreme stuff, they get really angry at you and swear and get annoyed and call you names and stuff online. And I thought that was a bit weird. So yeah, I wrote a song about him called Robot. Yeah. I'll try and take inspiration from anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Anything, as long as it's not a fucking love song.
All right. Touring wise, do you prefer the on the road single show tours, or do you prefer the festivals?
They're a bit more difficult tours. You've got to look after yourself a lot more, look after your voice. When you're doing a one night or sort of 3 or 4 nights, it's fine. You know, you can really go for it. But when you're doing sort of 9 or 10 dates or 20 dates, you've got to look after your voice, and that's, to put it quite mildly, a massive pain in the ass. So that there is that. But then when you're on the road, it's good fun. You know, you get as nights go on, you get better and better, and the shows get tighter and tighter, and you know, by the end of it, it's really good. So that's really enjoyable. But I don't know, really. I like going on the road. It's good. I like going on tour with everyone, get the crew together and get all the lads on a bus, and yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it. Yeah, being on the road. Why not? I don't know whether I could be on the road for like a year or something, but maybe a month. I'll be about my limit.
Yeah, I got to not so much experience, but witness. I shot a band early this year. It was the first show. It was 24 shows in 24 days. So I photographed them, hung backstage, and then I shot the 24th show. So to see the difference in the band after 24 days, they all lost weight, first of all.
They probably all stank as well, did they?
Too many windmills will do that to you. You could lose weight in your neck, but you're not Corpse Grinder, who's got the best neck of them all.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Graham, what you got, buddy?
Oh, wow. It's about the remaster of the Welcome to the World album.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I remember. Yeah. I did order it earlier in the year, but obviously it sold out. I got a message back from one of your guys saying it sold out. So when's it? Is it due out in December? The remaster.
I don't know if the pre-order's sold out. You know, I'll check for you.
Really? Yeah.
Drop me a message on Facebook in the wagons.
Yeah.
And
Will do.
I don't think it'll have sold out. Maybe the vinyl's sold out. I don't know, but I don't think the CDs will have sold out. But yeah, no, it's out in. I think it's out in December. Yeah, December. Yeah.
Cool. Because I've got everything else. Got all the rest of them. Obviously, I got the two at the gig. So that will complete the set, really. You know.
Yeah. Well, we did it because we ran out. We ran out of copies of the CD, and instead of getting it just pressed again, printed, we thought we'd just sort of touch it up a bit and remaster it. We recorded that album in 12 days, and
wow.
Because we all had full-time jobs at the time as well, and there wasn't a lot of money floating around, so we sort of did it on a budget, and we did it. It was mixed and mastered and everything in 12 days, which is ridiculous. But that's just the only time we could do it, you see. So now we could go back and spend a bit of time on it, and go. The guy where we recorded it, the guy kept all the takes and everything, all the files and all the everything we did, and then we went back and listened to it all and sort of rehashed some of the songs and tried to make them sound how we wanted them to sound in the first place. Give it a bit more time, and I think it's better for it myself.
Looking forward to it, really am.
I appreciate. Yeah, I'll find out. Yeah, drop me a message.
Yeah, no problem, Baz, no problem.
Yeah. Strange that.
Okay, yeah. Fantastic.
Let me ask you this, Baz, where do you see Massive Wagons in the next 5 years?
Okay, all right. Yeah. 5 years. Well, we've been going for about 13 or 14 years now. And I think we've got the longest, slowest, most gradual sort of increase ever. But as long as it's going up, I'm happy with that. As long as it's not going down, I'm not bothered. So slow and steady wins the race, as my dad says. So in 5 years' time, who knows? Yeah, playing more shows. I'd just like to still be relevant in 5 years and playing shows. I don't really care about being big and famous or making a fortune. I'd just like to do this for a job, so I can eat, sausages, and I don't have to eat fucking crap. I can eat what I want, and I can still pull a crowd and people enjoy our music. That's all I care about, really. I'm not really bothered about anything else. But as long as we're still doing it and people still want to come and see us, I will be more than happy in 5 years. That's good enough for me.
That's really cool. And speaking of crappy food, what's the worst food you've ever had while being on tour?
Oh, fucking German breakfasts.
German breakfast. What does that consist of?
They're fucking awful. They are. I love the country. The country's amazing. And a lot of the food is great. The people are amazing, but the breakfasts are shite. And that's not not two ways about it. It's fucking awful. It's just like bread and salami. And it's just dreadful. It's like I don't want bread and salami for my breakfast, I'm afraid. I don't know. Awkward. Yeah, well, in America, you guys do. I've never been to America, but what I've seen on telly and on movies, you guys do breakfasts amazing. And Germans, they could learn a lot, to be honest. Yeah, I love the country and the people. Breakfast is shite. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, if you're ever here in the States, you should go over to like Denny's, get a ham and cheese omelet with bacon. Oh man, it's good. Oh,
yeah.
Make an old man's mouth water just by looking at it. Then you grab a blueberry muffin or something. Throw it there.
Amazing. I like
coffee. Yeah.
I love pancakes.
Right. You'd be all right with that.
I would, yeah. Pancakes. You guys do pancakes for breakfast, don't you?
Yeah, we do pancakes, and I've actually tried crepes before, homemade.
All right. Nice, yeah. But no, yeah, I wouldn't recommend bread rolls and salami. It's crap.
Oh,
Yeah, that just sounds weird. Breakfast, salami, and bread. No thanks.
Awful. I'd rather starve, to be honest.
You slap it together, put some mustard or mayonnaise on, and make a sandwich or something, you know?
For breakfast.
Breakfast with a happy ending.
Hey, you know more about that than most people do, Rhino. You're happy endings, Freddy.
Grief.
I had to say it. Rhino, what questions you got, man? I'm not sure how much time we got left in this one, but go ahead, throw something out there.
All right. Yeah. Do you have any pet peeves in the studio, touring, so forth?
Our drummers farts. They're awful. He does it on stage, which is awful. He drops his ass wherever he can. Really, he thinks it's hilarious. That's a massive. Everybody in our band hates that. He trains. He trains and stuff like gym training, and he eats just protein. He eats shit, and he stinks. So that's, and when you're on a bus, it's not a nice environment. I don't know what else really. We've all been together for that long. We've all kind of rubbed the edges off each other. We all get on really pretty well, to be honest. But yeah, my drummer's ass.
I'm with you on the protein.
Yeah.
That's how I eat, and I can clear a gym.
Yeah, you're the master of stank over there, aren't you? Get your stank face on with Karen-free Fridays.
Yeah, last week I was like, there was barely anybody in the gym, and I'm like, I gotta let this one out. So I go like 4 empty machines over, and I get back to my machine. Some guy's walking up to that one.
You know, speaking of gym machines, what's the most embarrassing that's happened while lifting weights? You know, you ever?
Who, me?
Yeah, you ever let out a fart and it turns out to be shit, so you sharted?
Yeah, no shit, no. I mean, of course, early this year I broke my back at the gym, so that was kind of embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Somebody's overheard him listening to Limp Bizkit while he was working out. That was probably pretty embarrassing.
I don't remember what I was listening to.
He did it all for the nookie.
Yeah, I like a punk and hardcore mix at the gym. Sometimes I go with Cro-Mags, Sepultura sometimes, that kind of thing.
Old school Sepultura all the way. Chaos AD, Morbid Visions, Bastille Devastation, Beneath the Remains. Those are my favorites.
Yeah. You just described my protein farts.
Hey, I don't know if they're beneath the remains, but they're beneath the remains of your butt.
oh.
Butthole.
All right, what's on your musical bucket list?
Musical bucket list? As a band, what you mean, like things I want to do in music? Playing big shows, big festivals, big European festivals are on my music bucket list. To be honest, you know, I want to play Wacken and Sweden Rocks and Hellfest and these kind of things. We're lucky. I mean, I don't know about you've probably got some massive festivals in America, but we're lucky. You know, there's some massive festivals in Europe and they're really good. And I'm hoping next year we can get on some of them, you know, particularly Wacken and things like that. They really, really are great shows. And the Europeans, like in the UK, the rock and metal scene is great, but in Europe it seems to be, particularly the rock scene, it seems to be a bit more commercial and there's more people into it than the UK. The rock in the UK seems to be seems to have gone a bit underground, really. The metal scene's a bit more sort of above ground, I suppose, if that's how you want to say it. But the rock scene is a bit more underground in the UK. But you've got Germany and stuff, and there's lots of rock fans, and there's more radio stations playing it and stuff. It's cool. So yeah, Europe, playing big shows in Europe. I'd like to support some big bands as well. That'd be good. You know, get on tour with Skindred or something like that. That'd be great. Like Skindred or.
I remember Skindred. I haven't listened to them in years.
Yeah. Well, they just had a #2 album in the UK charts the last couple of weeks. They've really taken off for playing. It's good. Yeah, Benji's a legend. Yeah.
Before I forget, Graham and I do Outcast Radio and SJ. Can you say hi to SJ? She's working like 400 hours a week. So
Yeah.
Good on you, SJ. Good on you.
Yeah.
Flying the flag.
give her a shout out.
How's it going, SJ? All good?
All right. I'll pass it on to her. Graham, you got anything, bud?
Yeah, I mean, talking about iCast Radio, I mean, for me, I do well. I use iCast Radio. They sponsor the magnet fishing in the UK, and that's how I think that's how I got into it. And I think it was just a happy accident, really.
Yeah.
And to go from a listener to a co-host, it was just. So SJ was saying, do you want to be my assistant? I thought, really? It was like, what's going on? And then eventually, I've been part of a co-host on the Dumpster Fire. Now, because obviously I've always been known as a silent Bob because I didn't talk. And SJ put his computer voice on, and I thought, no, this ain't the real deal. So I started doing my own voiceovers, and I think hopefully it's made a difference. You know, thing is, it's all right putting on that phony radio DJ voice. I thought, no, I'm just going to keep it real. Just keep be me.
Yeah. So proud of you, bro.
All right, real quick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one real quick. You can bring together two musicians or bands that could be past or present, dead or alive. You put them in one studio and they have to work together and create one album together. Who's going in the studio?
Two bands got to work together to create an album?
Yes. You pick the bands, past or present, dead or alive.
Well, I'm a massive fan of. I'm getting into over the last sort of couple of years. Been getting into sort of punk, British punk, the Anti-Nowhere League. I don't know if you listen to them guys.
Yeah,
give a listen to them. So I'd love to work with them, or I'd love to see them. I think they're ace. So probably them, and them and us. Them and us.
Too cool.
I'd like to write an album with them. I think they're ace. I like a lot of punk music, but for me, the Anti-Nowhere League, they kind of write. They're like a rock. They're like a rock punk band. You know, they've got like a lot of great riffs, and his lyrics are very sort of. I can identify a lot of his lyrics. His lyrics are very clever and they're great, but they have a real punk attitude and they play all the punk sort of festivals and stuff. I think they're amazing. So yeah, or them and the Exploited. I think if they came together and wrote an album, they'd be great. I know they're probably friends, to be honest. It's not much of a. They're not very opposing bands, are they? Or weird. But you know, they probably work well together. I think. I like the Exploited. I think they're great as well.
I always thought he was a big guy. My friend was touring with him in the U.S. last year, and he took a picture with him. Waddy's mohawk is taller than he is.
Yeah. He's a legend. He's a legend. I've not long been into him, to be honest. I've been listening to him for the last 6 months. But yeah, I love it. Yeah, they're great. Great band.
Nice. Al, let's turn it to you, Senor.
Right. This question I haven't thrown out there yet, but I've thought about it overnight and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. What's the biggest mistake a musician could ever do, Baz?
The biggest mistake? Shit on the bus.
Oh, why is that?
You're not supposed to shit on the bus. Don't shit on the tailbus. That's the biggest mistake you'll ever make. But apart from that, biggest mistake. I mean, I think if when you're starting out, there's a lot of bands, there's a lot of young bands that are dickheads. I don't know if that's a phrase you use much. Just don't be a dickhead. You know, I think that's a big mistake when you're trying to get somewhere in this business. You know, maybe when you're big and you're famous, you can get away with it a bit more. But if you're an asshole when you're trying to, you know, get shows and you're trying to get on festivals and trying to get on with people and you're trying to get your band noticed, don't be an asshole. That's a big mistake, I think. Anyway, in this country, the rock scene's pretty small, so word travels fast that you're an asshole or your band are, hard work or whatever. So you just end up getting no gigs and nobody wants to play with you. So yeah, I would say that's a pretty big mistake. Get rid of the fucking attitude.
So where you live?
I would say avoid politics and social issues.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
Maybe home problems at home. Well, Baz, I was going to ask you this as well. I mean, like, besides other than, pooping in the bus or wherever.
Yeah, don't do that.
What's the strangest thing you've ever experienced while being in a tour bus?
The strangest thing, well, fucking male nudity. That's not very. I don't know if that's strange, but
that's pretty typical.
Pretty typical, really, isn't it? It's not. It's never pleasant.
I was going to say that's not the most pleasant sight that people want to look at.
No, it's plenty of that. Some fucking awful smells, sights and smells. We once had you got people trying to get on the bus. You have to sort of fucking shoulder badge them off the bus. Just people just trying to fucking get on. They just think they're drunk people trying to get in. You got to deal with those people accordingly. I don't know really. It's a good time on our bus. It's good. It's pretty chilled out. Get on the beers and have the crack, have the banter, and it's a good spirit, good vibes on our bus. There's never any sort of crazy shit goes on really. Just drinking and chatting and having a good time, playing music and doing whatever really. Yeah, pretty boring. Pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
I've only seen a few tour buses, in my life, just by asking the band's name. Hey, can I check out what's in the bus? If it's okay,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. And
yeah,
there's so much to it, man.
Yeah. I mean, people think, oh, it's flash, you've got this tour bus. It's amazing, and it is amazing, but it makes so much sense with money, because else you've got like 10, 11 crew or whatever, the band, you've got loads of people, you've got to buy hotels for all those people. You might as well, it costs less to get a bus, you can all, and then you come out of a gig and you go straight to sleep and then you wake up in your next venue or whatever. You're totally refreshed, aren't you? It makes a lot more sense. It might look flash and fancy, but, it makes total sense when you're on the road, definitely. It does smell of shit though, so, for a few days.
No, nobody likes the smell of feces, and if they do, they're fucked up.
You're our drummer, though.
Oh.
Go ahead, Rhino.
All right. I kind of like this question. Do you have anything to confess to Underground Noise Webzine?
Anything to confess?
You can confess it to Roger.
Yeah, that's Roger.
Fucking hell, what? Anything to confess? I like country music. Is that something to confess, or is that perfectly acceptable on your show?
Why not?
We like Johnny Cash, and we cut it off at Johnny Cash.
You cut it off.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Johnny Cash, man. No, don't get me started. I'm a fan.
It begins and starts with Johnny Cash, does it? There's nothing wrong with Johnny Cash. No, Waylon Jennings, he was a badass, wasn't he, as well? There's a few of them, weren't there? Or Willie Nelson. Oh, the old school country is great. Them old guys. Yeah,
Marty Robbins is good too.
Who, sorry?
Remember Marty Robbins?
All right, yeah.
Called Big Iron?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've heard that, yeah. So, They're like rock stars, aren't they, them guys? They were all fucking crazy, weren't they? Drinking and fucking partying, yeah. Them big country guys, yeah. I don't know what I could confess, to be quite honest with you. Well, I don't drink. That's pretty lame, isn't it? I suppose. I don't know. What I can't confess. I've got nothing to confess. Nothing to say.
I get some different answers. Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. Carry on.
Okay, I get some different answers to this, and it seems like in Europe, people are like, "What are you talking about? Do you have any paranormal experiences?"
Have I ever had any paranormal experiences? No, I can't say I have. No, I remember when the film.
It seems like all the ghosts have left Europe.
All the ghosts.
They're in their closet, Rhino. Just like a bunch of skeletons. 10 minutes left.
Cool. Let's
Oh,
turn it to Graham real quick.
Have you had
Sorry.
one? Paranormal.
A paranormal experience.
Have you had one?
Not that I know of, no.
No, Graham, no.
No,
No ghost.
no, not really. Not that I can recall.
No, I can't say. I have either, to be honest.
No, I had one last Friday, actually.
Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, I want to know a little bit more about it. Going up to Atlanta, going to go watch Cannibal Corpse, Gore, Guts, Blood, Incantation, Mayhem perform. Well, on the way there, I saw one of the state prisons in Atlanta, and it looked so dark, eerie, mysterious, creepy, any kind of strange, obscure word you could think of. But I'm looking at it, and you know that if a person's in prison, they can't look out their windows and you can't see in. I could have sworn I seen a ghost walk right up to the window and walk 3 steps backwards. I was like, holy shit. It kind of creeped me out a little bit, and I'm looking at my driver and I'm like, dude, let's get out of here. It was fucking gnarly as hell, man.
Whoa.
It'll make your hair stand up on end.
No, I can't say.
Right.
Nice, no.
Damn, no, but far too few ghosts in Europe.
There is
How about we turn it to Graham?
Oh,
Yeah, God, man.
what have I got? Don't know, to be fair. Do forgive me.
All good.
Well, how about let's ask you a question, Graham? What's your
Yeah.
favorite Massive Wagons song?
Wow, that's an odd one, but I think Ratio, definitely. I know it's SJ's favourite as well. And she did ask me, she did message me after the gig, said, did they play Ratio? I said, sadly not, because she loves Ratio. And I think she's got House of Noise on vinyl as well, she was telling me.
All right.
But at the moment, I think a record player's broke, so she can't play it.
Oh, no, I'm joking.
No. Nah.
Oh, man.
I don't know if she's bought a new one, but mind you, she's working all hours of the money. I mean, the show's not been on for a few weeks, but she's out of time. What can she do? But
Work
yeah,
harder.
definitely Ratio by a mile. That and Please Stay Calm as well.
Please Stay Calm. All right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's we didn't play. I don't think we played Ratio on that tour, no, for some strange reason. It'll be back in the set for this the second half of the tour later in the year. Yeah, in a few weeks, I think. It's good to leave it out. I get fed up. You get fed. You sort of, mind you saying that, it doesn't seem to. It never seems to. People never seem to get fed up with that song. It always seems to be a point with the set where people start jumping up and down and stuff, which is always good. Always good.
Brilliant. So, I mean, I look, so I've got 4 albums, so yeah, I've got 4 of the albums, so I've got loads to choose from.
Legend. Yeah. We're quite lucky that way. You know, we have quite a few sort of. We could write sort of. We can change our set list up quite radically. You know, every tour really play the same stuff, and it still seems to go down well. You know, people seem to like it, so that's that. You know, grateful for that. Good. Instead of not like AC/DC, who have the same fucking songs for the last 40 years. Yes. You know, they boggle my mind. AC/DC, they have the best back catalogue in the world. You know, love them or hate them. They've got songs for absolutely years, but they seem to only ever play the same bloody songs over and over again, don't they? But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yep, I saw that with Slayer. I went their farewell tour, wound up coming here or close twice. They could have at least thrown a couple different songs in, since they played the same place twice in a farewell tour.
Right, okay. It's strange, isn't it? You'd think they'd want to, wouldn't you, for the fans? You know, say farewell with some fan favourites, or do a poll and get people to pick the set list or something. But yeah, no, the same old songs. You think they'd get fed up? You'd think they would get fed up a bit, wouldn't you, playing the same songs all the time? But strange.
You know, speaking of Slayer, their mosh pits are quite violent from what I've seen. And it's like everybody's just going in every single direction. Reverse, forwards, backwards, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Even diagonal.
I've never been to a
diagonally. That's what I'd like to find out.
I've never seen Slayer, to be honest. I've never been to a Slayer gig. No. Oh well, I'll tell it now, innit? But yeah.
Yeah, Slayer was awesome. They still are.
Yeah.
Well, we got time for
Do your venues allow? Sorry. Do your venues allow for mosh pits?
In the UK, yeah, whatever. Yeah, anything goes, really. Yeah, whatever in the UK, yeah. Yeah,
so
definitely, yeah.
You can crowd surf over there, right?
Well, yeah, it depends on the venue, really, and the fucking security. Some of them are proper, you know, stick in the mud, you know. Can't get on people's shoulders anymore, and they don't like it. They don't like people crowd surfing. I don't know why. It's all gone a bit lame, really. You know, I don't know why. You know, whatever. I do it as a singer. Like sometimes I get in the crowd. You know, there's nothing they can do about that. But they don't like people coming over the barrier and stuff. What can you do though?
Yeah.
True.
Well, Baz, we got time for 2 more questions for you. The first one I'd like to throw out is, who would you like to give a shout out to?
You'd like to give a shout out to? Yeah, I'd give a shout out to the Wagons Massive. You know, all the hardcore Wagons fans. You know, thank you for everything. Thanks for supporting us and coming to watch us and buying albums and stuff. It never means any less. You know, it's amazing. Blows my mind. It still does after all these years. It's amazing. And yeah, anybody who's thinking about coming to watch us, you know, or you listen to the music, anybody and everybody. Yeah.
Cool. And also, do you have any final words for Underground Noise Webzine?
Yeah, keep on doing what you're doing. It's amazing. Supporting bands and talking to idiots like me and playing people's. You know, it does. It means a lot. It's great. You know, without you guys and without all the other guys doing it, and that there wouldn't be any scene, would there? There wouldn't be any of this. You know, I think some people don't sort of realise that so much. You know, I always said the bands that don't get anywhere are just as important as the bands that get somewhere, because they're just grinding it out, aren't they? Ready for the next bands. You've got to keep this thing moving, haven't you, till the next big bands come along or the next big radio stations come along or whatever. So everybody's as important as everybody in this scene, I think. Keeping it going.
That's why there's Underground Noise Webzine. We help those that can't.
They can't be helped.
We basically help them
Yeah,
instead of staying in the underground for too long, because you want to build your ground eventually and then just keep going up, because it's only up from here.
Yeah, that's it. What you like to think so, anyway. But amazing. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's fantastic. Yeah, I always admire guys like you. You know, and all the guys that do all the reviews and that, and a lot of you do it out of the love of the music and for no money and whatever. And it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just do this.
No, Al's blackmailing me.
Huh?
No.
Al's blackmailing you.
I didn't quite catch that. But hey.
Nope.
Thanks for your time today, Baz. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise, I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
And Graham, thank you.
Yeah.
Loved having you, brother.
Yeah,
it's good to have you for the day. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We might see you again, Graham.
Yeah, look forward to it, Baz.
Yeah, definitely. Just let me know about the album. Drop me a message and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that in a bit. Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
And remember, folks, if you're not listening to death metal, hardcore, metalcore, whatever kind of subgenre or genre of music you like, well, keep your horns up as long as it's not Fred Durst. That's all I can say.
Limp Bizkit, new metal. Nookie.
Limp Bizkit.